shall be saved. In quietness and strength shall be your strength. In a contemplative way, I invite you to discern your need for rest and trust in the midst of life's upheavals. Let us pray. Oh God, I know I do not measure up.
I have sinned, I have fallen short of your glory.
Oh God, I am appalled by the evil in the world around me.
I am even more appalled by the involvement in this world's evil.
Instead of being humble,
Turning prideful, I put myself before others.
instead of choosing a way of service,
I have wanted others to wait upon me.
instead of welcoming the stranger,
I have ignored, I have looked with suspicion.
instead of being a good steward of creation.
I have desired luxury.
Lord, have mercy on me.
Christ have mercy on me.
Lord, have mercy on me.
And grant that I may behold the glory of your grace and your goodness.
Our response will be amazing grace. Amazing grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me. I once was lost, but now am found. Was blind, but now I see. Through many dangers, toils, and snares, I have already come. His grace hath brought me safe thus far, and grace will lead me home. When we've been there 10,000 years, bright shining as the sun, we've no less days to sing God's praise than when we first begun. Before you're seated, would you take a moment to greet the people around you? The peace of Christ be with you and also with you. Please take a moment to extend the right hand of Christian fellowship.
Hey, how's your shirt?
It was something different.
You know what I see is a congregation that cares for each other and loves each other. Thank you, thank you. Thank you for being so polite with each other. In the words we're about to pray, the psalmist knows that everything in his life is known to God. There are no secrets, right? Before God, we are transparent. Please pray with me. O God, you have searched me and known me. You search out my path and my lying down and are acquainted with all my ways. You hem me in behind and before and lay your hand upon me. Where can I go from your spirit, or where can I flee from your presence? If I take the wings of the morning and settle at the farthest limits of the sea, if I say, surely the darkness shall cover me, and the light around me become night, search me, O God, and know my heart. Test me and know my thoughts. The next text is a word that the Apostle Paul writes to the church in Rome. Now, what I'm going to say is very subjective. It is not gospel truth. It is just from my head, my heart. There are two chapters in Paul's writings that just really strike me as he hit the nail on the head. I mean, they're just, all the forces were coming together and working well. One of those places that I just love in Scripture is 2 Corinthians chapter 4. 2 Corinthians 4. It's just, he hits the nail, and I just swim in those thoughts. And the other one is Romans 8. Now, something about Romans 8 and 2 Corinthians 4, I don't profess to fully understand all that Paul is saying, but there is so much here that I do understand that just kind of draws me deeper into the faith. Listen. So then, brothers and sisters, we are debtors, not to the flesh, to live according to the flesh. For if you live according to the flesh, you will die. But if by the Spirit you put to death the deeds of the body, you will live. For all who are led by the Spirit of God are children of God. For you did not receive a spirit of slavery to fall into fear, but you have received the spirit of adoption. When we cry, Abba, Father, it is that very Spirit bearing witness with our spirit that we are children of God. And if children, then heirs, heirs of God and joint heirs with Christ, if in fact we suffer with him, so that we also may be glorified with him. I consider that the sufferings of this present time are not worth comparing with the glory about to be revealed to us. For the creation waits with eager longing for the revealing of the children of God. For the creation was subjected to futility, not of its own will, but by the will of one who subjected it, in hope that the creation itself will be set free from its bondage to decay and will obtain the freedom of the glory of the children of God. We know that the whole creation has been groaning in labor pains until now, and not only the creation, but we ourselves, who have the first fruits of the Spirit, groan inwardly while we wait for adoption, the redemption of our bodies. For in hope we were saved. Now hope that is seen is not hope, for who hopes for what is seen? But if we hope for what we do not see, we wait for it with patience.